Alright, welcome back to Liza P. Here we go. Made some upgrades and all sorts of whatnot, so now we're just going to continue on. What's sad is that I actually knew that was going to happen, but I still did it anyway, so let's just reset, because that was a terrible start to this video. So yeah, we got pressure plates here, so just got to be careful. That's the new gimmick in this area. Sir. Alright, so. Alright, so a little bit of like a trap hole in the wall and stuff like that. Obviously you got to go down there. There's going to be items down there and stuff like that. So just kind of pick and choose what you want to do first. Very nasty area though, right? Just things are falling. You got these fuckers are everywhere. Eventually those are going to spew enemies though, so you got to be kind of ready for that too. Those things must be really weak to slash. I don't remember killing them that fast each time. That or they got a significant debuff or something, I don't know. Generally where you want to be at. Grab that. Upgrade stones. It's looking like I'm gonna have to go back to the hotel and upgrade my weapon to a +5, something like that. Yeah, no. Shut your mouth. Oh, flirt with disaster. Ah, sucks. It kind of looked like Decay was actually killing my weapon too a lot faster, huh? Really weird. Never really paid attention to what these things do. Vivid ergo factors. Why be anything that's worth it? That was awesome. Yeah, so 7 fucking things and I'm over here getting really damaged. That's kind of weird, right? Told you. It's going to be a difficulty spike. They are no longer playing hold hand games with us. So that's going to lead to the outside. He should have got me, to be honest. He should have got me. I don't know why he didn't, but he didn't. We'll come back to drop for that. Cecile is unwell again today. Brother Adam found her standing like one of the dead at the edge of the cliff and brought her back. If it's mild sleepwalking, it's fine, but I'm worried about her blood convulsions again. I don't know about strong beliefs. God atoned. I have the relic in my hand, thanks to Cecile. I won't let those bastards ruin credit anymore. Those purify the city, baby. Da-da-da-da. The journal is badly torn. Why me? Okay, so Archbishop's really not that great at that, right? Archbishop's Holy Mark. There it is. So, humanity check. Go give it back to the girl. Workshop. Strengthen me up, my friend. Think. Oh, yeah, we did get an extra slot too. I kind of forgot about that. We're going to go ahead and put the carrier's amulet on. So from that, so 98.7 increase. That's, yeah, that's huge. A really nice piece of equipment there. Just more and more enhanced frame parts to kind of take those physical damages a little bit more seriously, right? Come out here. Okay, this lock there.
I need to grab my share and leave.
Okay, their version of Sunbro. So this leads to nothing, essentially. Alidoro here, this is this guy's name, Alidoro. He is a speech check for lying as well. He has 2 of them. So we're going to want to go ahead and kind of do his side quest. He has also a giant side quest in the game. He's going to be a reoccurring character in a lot of the zones of the game. We ultimately do want him at the end, though, because he'll obviously give us the best reward, and we need all the humanity points that we can possibly get, in addition to all of the lie speech checks. So he is also a really good vendor, because he's going to transform our boss souls into weapons now. Okay, so we're going to talk to him, and then he's going to give us a choice. We have to tell him the lie. And, you know, generally that's how you set it up, so.
Oh, that's odd. I thought I was the only one with a sound mind here. Sure I don't need to introduce myself? Note these golden wings? Yes, you guessed it. You don't know who I am. Preposterous! Everyone in Krat has heard of me. Do you live under a rock? I'm Alidoro the Hound, treasure hunter extraordinaire. Yes, it's a nickname. I ditched my real name in the past. I'm looking for other survivors of this disaster, but it's been a lonely search, and there's danger around every corner. Do you know of a place where I can take refuge? Preferably someplace clean and comfortable, you know, civilized.
So you're going to tell him not Hotel Krat, but Vanini Works.
Vanini Works? I didn't give that place much thought. That's where the puppets are being made, after all. But I heard tell of a shelter there as well. With no first-hand knowledge, I suppose I have to trust you. I have a lot of searching ahead of me, so why don't I lighten my load? Consider this an act of charity. A thank you gift. Take it. Since you're so helpful, I'll give you a peek at my collection. As a descendant of aristocrats, the very best families, I have a duty to the common people. I live my life fulfilling that duty. And part of that duty is ensuring these items are returned to their rightful owners. What I'm showing you is just a portion of the collection. If you come to the refuge, we'll be able to continue our confabulation. Until then, remember...
Alright, kill strong enemies to gain rare ergo. Alidoro is treasure hunter who collects this rare ergo. You can change it for Alidoro's precious weapons or amulets. So, again, I don't really know if this is necessary toward the trophy. I don't want to look up the trophy list, but, you know, it is what it is. So, obviously, you got the top will be the weapon version, and then the bottom will be the amulet that's associated with it. So, you know, you might have to do 2 playthroughs in order to get all the items. Obviously, that's always how it's worked. Maybe 3, because I think some of the boss souls actually offer 3 items. The etiquette. Oh my god, I love this weapon. This is just like, it is Bloodborne's, you know, the cane. Like, oh my god, the threaded cane. This is the version of this game's threaded cane right here. I used the etiquette for pretty much almost till endgame on the first run, because I needed something to trade out with my the rapier, and I was like, why not just beat everyone's ass with an umbrella? Like, that is just so cool. That right there was just Kingsman top flight right there. I love that shit. So really cool. Increases weapon attack in proportion to number of favorable slots. Yeah. The amulet is obviously extremely useful as well, because if you hold on to your fable slots, which most people will do until like you fight a really hard fight, then your weapon increase attack is going to go way up. The Holy Sword of the Ark, motivity and technique are pretty much on par. This is a great sword. Obviously it's tailored for a motivity build, but being that our quality build is what it is, this can actually be a giant replacement if you're looking for bigger damage numbers, and just having a special weapon finally for a quality build. I don't want to say it's online with, like, you know, the Holy Sword in Bloodborne or anything like that, but it potentially could be something that you want to use. But upon a successful perfect guard, temporarily increases damage inflicted by weapon attack. This I never really put on, so it's really up to you, like, how you want to make these work. 7 coil spring sword. It's a really cool sword. Another, you know, one that can possibly gain what do you call it? Quality, like a quality build type of thing. So, yeah, Alidoro he'll be up here right now, but then he's going to change locations after we go rest at a Stargazer. So you want to make your decisions here and there. If you want to, you can just kind of go full, like, just so you know what you're doing in the first run. Like, just grab every weapon to start with, and then grab every amulet in the next run or whatever, right? Because enables dodging even with low stamina. These things are going to get replaced really fast. There are going to be better amulets in the future. And, you know, whatever. I'd rather just have the weapons, just so you have more room to play with. But it's completely up to you how you want to do these. That, or you can just turn those ergos into, you know, 5,000 points each, and then just kind of waste them away in your levels or whatever. So, like I said, I'm going to go with the weapon versions. Okay. So then that's going to lock you up for this playthrough for the rest of these for now. But we got weapons.
Since you're so helpful.
Then while we're up here, we can go ahead and just kind of test out these things. They're brand new. So very sleek, right? Very, very nice looking weapon. I mean, yes. Yes. Alright. Then giant. So if you're just looking to absolutely beat something down, then there you go. There are a couple new weapons you can play with. I'm just grabbing them for the sake of having them through the playthrough. I'm probably not going to end up using it myself because I like the simpler weapons. But nonetheless, very, very cool. Okay. So Alidoro is going to move his location over to the Vanini Works. So just keep that in mind as we're going through the game. Now we want to make our way back. Actually, I wonder if I was supposed to... Hold on. Might have messed up. I did mess up. Okay, hold on. Like, because I don't want to run through that shit again. I just don't remember doing it. I think what you're supposed to do is come up here. Don't take the detour. Take this. Yeah, there it is. Grab that. Launch the tops. Kick the brazier. Pop. There you go. Yeah, you don't want to run through that shit again, so. Now we have a way to access the boss. Come through here, pop this. We're right back to the library. This obviously is the boss room. You can tell by the little pot. And sing praise, new saint arrive, I, Saint Andreus, will consecrate the land. Okay. So we will give that lady her thing in a minute, just not yet. We want to go ahead and clear out all of this area first, just kind of get every little item we can before we start clearing out questline objectives. Here. Saw that at the earlier part. Yeah. Very short, simple, sweet area. Just a little bit of common dangers as usual. Just gotta watch out for the bullshit, right? I swear, man. I just don't understand why can't they make that a jump. There we go. Okay. Now we can go down here. Dang, couldn't have. I was like, where's the other side? Jesus. I'm out here getting messed up, guys. Help me out. Nice. Got a Legion Caliber. Is probably worth going back to the thing and upgrading the Aegis now if you want to. This place is cursed. It's an abyss of hell. You cannot leave. The only thing waiting for you is despair. Super sucks, right? They call it our God, you arrogant ones. You have called the wrath of God upon yourselves. Yeah. Alluding. Love it. Foreshadow. Okay. There you go. So, that is pretty much the cathedral all wrapped up now. We got nothing left to kind of grab, I believe. So the run back is very simple from the Stargazer on. They know that this run back should have been very short, and I do applaud them for that because this boss fight is actually one of the more difficult ones of the game. This one is really going to test your patience for fucking sure. So let's give old lady her thing.
Oh, thank you. Just seeing the Archbishop's holy mark renews my spirit. It's a reminder of the quiet power of faith. I'll remember this forever, Stalker. It's a reminder of the quiet. It's a reminder of...
So our humanity grows. Thank you for doing that. Okay. Grab this. We do want to go to the Vanini workshop. Let's see. I think it's the entrance. This could be wrong. I don't know. No, it's not. Then he is either in the room above or below. I'm going to say he's up here. Or not. Okay. Thought he would move on already, but I might have just jumped the gun a little too fast there. So it's either beat the boss and then move on. I'm not really sure.
I'll use my power.
Let's see here. Legion Caliber, definitely gonna use that.
I know my way over.
People have...
Thanks.
So I'm thinking we have to fight the boss first before we can do anything like that. Alright, anyway. Moving on. So we did not find any new weapon, which means that we are going to go ahead and we're going to upgrade the blade of our puppet saber. You can also use the Dark Moon Covenant stuff now in order to upgrade your boss weapons if you need to. But we're going to upgrade this to +4. Then +5. Very nice hitting weapon now. So 4 Crescent Moonstones in order to get a +6, but obviously that is the stopgap right there. We did explore everything we possibly could do right now, so there is just no possible way to get a +6. So you're kind of stuck at a +5 with this guy. And I did beat him without even leveling up my weapon one time in the beginning, because in these Souls games I always like to find something that I like first, if it works. So I was kind of hard moding it myself for a good grip of the game. Let's see here.
I'll use my power.
So we need to come up with 2,000 more. That's easy, right? We got one, just like that. 1 more HP. There you go. So once again, telling myself that 30 ergo does not matter.
It's a reminder.
We're just going to continuously fight the boss until victory. That's the way that we set this up. Nothing to it but to do it. We'll use that if we really, really need it, but this guy is probably better off a one-on-one. It's a really strange boss fight. Two phaser, I think. Something like that. So epic. It just is so fucking creepy, man. I love that shit. Even though this boss is a bitch. Very cool. to get away from him when he starts acting like that. Yep, he's a goddamn. I knew it was a two-parter. The very first part though, this is like you don't want to use as many cells that I just used because you just want to kind of block everything that this thing does. You want to go into the final part of this like 4 or 5 full cells as opposed to just like 1, because now I have to be pretty much perfect. And when you die to this thing, you have to redo that whole phase all over again. I remember this guy taking like an hour. It sucked. Like, absolute, what in the hell, man? I was like, yeah, there's no way, bro. There's no way I'm surviving this. The biggest attack that I remember that I had to deal with was the other arm swipe. That was like the worst one that I had to deal with. Decay occurs when acid damage builds up for both character and damage. It increases the acid damage taken. It inflicts continuous weapon damage. Okay, yeah. I don't know why that message did not pop up when I actually did get decayed from the pool, but it's okay. So the swipe and the tongue were like the 2 worst things for real. Go. There we go. Yeah, as cool as that was, we can't only watch it one time. Right. No fucking way. shit. I wasn't even watching my HP that time. Well, that's kind of where you want to be at with the how many pulse cells you get right there. Now all it is just a matter of perfect dodge, perfect parries. You know, this guy, I'm telling you, it's an increase. He's a step up from the bosses we've been playing up to this point. But every L is a new thing, and I gotta start using my Aegis, so we shall learn and move on. He wasn't pulling out. Ooh. Oh. Fallen Archbishop. Oh, so not pretty, but we got it done, right? 3 times, so. This boss is just it's like learn the moveset parry test type boss. You can see the ergo reacting from the dead bosses of the past, so we're moving on in the right direction apparently.
And now, the stage is set.
And now we're like, who is this guy? Twisted Angels Ergo.
Go back to the old before the green overtook me.
You poor bastard. But that's not it for the underground. We still have a whole bunch to do here. We got a record to grab. Yep, there we go. Thank you for your kindness. I'm a sinner who murdered innocent people in the past. I couldn't suppress the monster in me. Only the Archbishop saved me. Of course, he was human who makes mistakes. Even saints come to wealth and power, but at least I can live as myself a huge blessing. So yes, I believe that was a saint. Now you open the second path. Thank you for letting me live as a human, not as a monster. Farewell. Sweet. Also got the prayer gesture there, so that was good. So let's put that there. So I clean up a few things before we head on to the next spot. So now dude's hanging out over here.
Gold coin trees are said to blossom when plague stops.
Just remember his location. He's switched position. Gotta make our way back over here, fight through some zombies. Or not. Go ahead and do the prayer gesture here. Very cool. Take that off. Vitality looking good. We're gonna go to Vanini's workshop. Now Alidoro should have moved. We're gonna lie to him again.
You? I didn't think we'd ever meet again. Can't say I'm happy to see you, though. Sorry, I let my frustration get the better of me. This place is crawling with hostile puppets. You must have known that, but you still sent me here. Honor and trust are everything to this hound. You've insulted me to the core. I'll never forgive you. But perhaps there's a shred of decency in you, so I'll ask again. Do you know of a safe place?
Lie to him again, say Elysian Boulevard.
Nice try, but I've been there already and I know better. The puppets have already destroyed that place. Again, you spurn my trust. But even a brave soul like me cannot afford another enemy in times like these. I shall show you mercy. Perhaps it will inspire a nobler spirit in you. But beware, do not fool me ever again. You tricked me with your lie. But I'm no stranger to beneficence, so I shall let it pass one more time. Know that even my forgiveness has its limits. Remember, the hound's fangs crave the traitor's neck. You tricked me with your time. Remember,
So no matter what,
is the only other option.
there you go. He's gonna go to the hotel no matter what you say.
With your remember.
So now he's gonna be in the hotel for a good part of the game. And a whole lot to do here.
That book. Who? That book.
Alright, come on.
People have no thanks.
So Alidoro will hang out in this corner for
Oh,
good.
it's you. This hotel is indeed a refuge from the dangers of the outside world. I am the Hound, a descendant of the city's most aristocratic families. Repaying debts is what we nobles do. Betrayal creates a debt that is particularly hard to pay back. But I am a man with generosity and mercy in abundance. I shall give you the honor of viewing my treasure so that you may apologize. However, you must prove your worthiness. For this legendary treasure, the ergo of a powerful enemy shall suffice. It's up to you if you want to make the exchange. Take your time to admire it. I've certainly done likewise.
Okay, another technique weapon here. Trident of the Covenant. So a little ripoff from Dark Souls 3. Has a chance of none being consumed when using pulse cells. Yeah, kinda. Just take the trident. Okay, Halidoro's there.
The cathedral. It seems nowhere is safe now. Maybe those who went there seeking refuge became monsters somehow, but the petrification disease turns you to stone, not into a monster. I'm worried about the Malam district, just below the cathedral. I wonder whether there are monsters there, too.
Welcome.
At the house of...
I've been investigating the puppet frenzy, and it looks like I need your help. First, let me show you a little something I've been working on. I call it the Ergo Wavelength Decoder. The name lacks a certain flair, but I assure you it works. If my suspicions are correct, something in the puppet's very ergo is causing their aggression. My decoder can find malicious signals within the waves, but I cannot possibly get close enough to gather the ergo wave records myself. You, on the other hand, would you? Could you? I refuse to believe the King of Puppets is truly behind this puppet rampage. It's too simple, but also a bit too much even for him. No. I suspect the ergo itself is corrupted, or at least compromised. I do so desperately want to find the cause, as I'm sure you do too, my friend. It breaks my heart to see puppets turned into murderous tools of bloodshed.
Didn't even ask me about one. Don't get married, guys. You get forgotten in the world.
I always welcome.
You know that stalker? The Hound? Is it true you brought him here? Wow, I didn't know he was still alive. Thank heavens. I haven't seen him in person, and I don't know how I'd react. How do you thank the man who saved your life? I'm so glad that someone so kind has reached safety. And speaking of safety, please take care of yourself out there. You're not the only one who's curious. Most people get around to asking where I'm from. My looks give it away, don't they? Suffice it to say, I'm from the country of the morning, beyond the ocean. But I wouldn't be much of a tour guide. All I know about it is their weapons. My family was a house of weapons specialists. It's quite a reputation to live up to. They almost took charge of planning for the grand exhibition. But that's their reputation, not mine. And they deserted me when I was little. I don't even know who they are. And my reputation is my own. I suppose my only connection to them would be weapons. So I'm an orphan, and that hardly makes me exotic and Krat. Can I help you with anything else? I know my way around.
A victim of the petrification disease turned into a monster. That's just tragic. Could the disease lead to puppet frenzy? No, that doesn't make sense. Remember, puppets cannot get the disease. But puppets shouldn't frenzy either. I made them to obey and protect humans, not go berserk and harm them. But the stalkers blame me. They think I worked with the alchemists to spread the disease to puppets. How sad. All this resentment, with a lie at the root of it. That's why my only wish is that you stay a good boy. No resentment. No lies. The city of Krat asked me...
It looks like everything is getting cleared up. So the next point of interest is going to be past the Archbishop's area and heading towards the Malin district, which was already mentioned. And actually, got to listen to the record, so... Alright, so with like 4 of the opening bosses defeated, we got that little cutscene of a mysterious figure who's just kind of watching the Ergo go into wherever he was located. Got some important NPCs all around now. Story's progressing. When we open up, it's going to be another music thing that we got to listen to completion so we can get the humanity points from that. And then continuing more into the catacombs in order to pop out into the Malum district, which is where the next phase of the game is going to take place. Alright, thanks for watching.